success.
What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast or your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of boobs, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 90.
90. The 90.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod gods. And with me, I have the best man in all the podcast land, my right hand man, Mr. B. Hill.
Fuck us up, niggas. Hope y'all alright on this. Today's Wednesday. We had a delay in the matrix, but we in this bitch one time for your motherfucking minds.
Happy October. How you feeling about October?
Well, it's just as hot as August, so,
yeah.
With leaves falling and shit. That's weird. It's hot as fuck. This global warming shit is wicked. Like, niggas be acting like this shit fucked up, man. I don't know how long we gonna be here, y'all.
Hey! Speaking of how long we gonna be here, like literally just minutes before I got on this podcast, I was online, and this like commercial or whatever comes up. I forgot what alcohol it is, but basically Pharrell is like talking about the planet, and he's talked about how he's made a song that will only be released 100 years from now, if we save the earth, and is put on some type of clay disc something, and how we need to save the planet. Right, to hear Pharrell's song. Hey, yo. Hey, bro, I was looking at that shit, and then I just bust out laughing.
That's the carrot at the end of the stick. Like, just keeping us going. Fuck out of here.
Right, bruh. That was hilarious to me, because I was just like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, like, who do you think you are, sir? Like, first of all, ain't none of us gonna be around to hear that shit. So, one, we don't give a shit. Yeah, not that we don't give a shit about the planet, but that is like zero type of incentive.
When the song be like, we made it, niggas, all right, thanks.
Look, by then we gonna be speaking a whole nother language. Hey, niggas ain't gonna even have ears by then. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
Like, niggas just gonna have MP3 players in 4 ears. Like,
hey, bruh, I was like, yo, who sat down and was high as fuck and thought about that shit?
Like, yo, you know what?
Hey, these niggas be on my shit.
I know to get them niggas going.
Right.
Make a fucking song and they can't hear it till 100 years if the planet's still intact. Oh yeah, that's great. That's a genius plan, my nigga.
Hey, that nigga say, yo.
Niggas be high, bro.
Look, when niggas just beaming shit into each other's heads and shit, they're gonna be trying to figure out how to play this clay disc with Happy 2 on the bitch.
Niggas is fucking. Niggas
You're alive.
Niggas be bored. That's how you know niggas be fucking rich and ain't got shit to do. It's like, I don't know if it was last week or the week before last when we talking about just like having billions of shit. That's what you do when you got mad bread. You just be like, oh, fuck it. Boom. Here go the idea.
Right. They gonna eat this shit up.
Song, but niggas ain't gonna be able to hear it for a fucking 100 years. Cause I'm rich as fuck and I ain't got shit else to do.
Hey, crazy. Listen, the crazy thing about it is, niggas don't even be caring like it's Wednesday and a nigga dropping on Friday no more. Like, you think a nigga care about fucking 100 years from now? Like, to be like, so I'm happy you alive and hear this track out your 4 ears and your fucking nose probably on the side. Hey, bruh. I said you gotta have an ego for that, man. Yeah. You gotta have an ego for that, man. Oh, man. Shout out to Pharrell, man,
for real.
For being high or whatever the fuck he was when he came up with that.
It's a fact, Jack.
Hey, how was your weekend, my man?
My weekend was pretty good. It seems very distant now, considering this hump day. But I think it was all right. Me and you got up, you know what I mean?
We did. Good session. Session.
Yeah, she was in town.
Appreciate your time.
That was dope. Yeah, my pleasure. What else did I do? I didn't really do shit, man. I don't believe I did nothing. Oh, I did. I watched the fight. On Saturday. Shout out my nigga GK. He always hosts our fight parties and shit. You said what?
Who fought?
Earl Spence and Sean Porter. It was a really good fight. Like, it was an exceptional fight. I'm not sure if we'll see a rematch or not, but.
Who won?
Earl Spence.
What's the weight class?
Middleweight.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It was a good ass fight. So, we got out my homeboys. It's always a good time when all my niggas get together, smoking dope and taking shots and shit like that.
I should have hit you. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about hitting you for that.
Oh yeah.
That was dumb. Anyway, yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That was super
was
dumb.
Right. Yeah, and this shit was right where we was at, like 2 minutes away.
Bro, I was thinking about the business at hand when it came to you, but I should have been thinking about that. I mean,
that's the business at hand also that comes.
True.
A lot of peddlers.
I definitely should have hit you because I was like, fuck, because person I hit up, they not in the business, but they know how to get to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
in the business either. I just know people that are in the business. Let's just put that
right. My bad. Yeah, that did sound a little crazy.
Yeah,
that did
I'm not in the business. I just know people.
That sounded a little Tekashi 6ix9ine-ish.
That's a fact.
That's not what I meant at all, people. That's not what I meant at all. My weekend was cool too. You know, I was up in your take I had a good time. I took a pickle shot for the first time. I will never take one of those ever again.
Oh yeah, so you drank this, take the
Jameson and chase it with the pickle. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
Yeah, I'm not ever doing that.
That shit is not a good combo.
No, I don't like pickle juice. I like pickles.
Yeah.
And that shit, I told you I take like apple cider vinegar in the morning. That's all like motherfucking pickle juice is cucumber vinegar. So I'm just like, that shit tastes just like in the morning. I was like, we'll never do this for enjoyment ever again.
Yeah. Picklebacks. Yeah. I had a couple picklebacks in my day.
Like that you shit. Like them shits? You'll go in it.
Cool. I'm straight. I like pickles, but I don't want to, that shit, it was weird. It was too much for me.
Yeah, my like for pickles is like, this is a wild conversation. My like for pickles is like by themselves. Like I don't like pickles on sandwiches.
Oh nigga, I love pickles on sandwiches.
Don't like.
I go to Chick-fil-A, extra pickles, me.
Oh nah, but I fuck with relish. But you give me a slice of pickle on top of something.
Sweet relish.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet relish.
I wonder why they don't put sweet pickles on. I'm high, so help me. Cause I'll get off on the tangent.
Help me.
But, why they ain't got sweet pickles on like food instead of like, you know what I mean? Like relish is the only thing that they put on like hot dogs and shit, but it could be a garnishment for other shit.
Dun, 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 dun. You might have thought of you a businessman.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me do my business. Damn.
Hey, yeah, we'll get on him a little bit later too. But yeah, I had a good time. Shout out to one of my main goals for coming in the area was to support therapist Tam. It was really, really good. She threw a really, really good event in Mebane, North Carolina. I think it's dope that she's going back to her own community where she's from and teaching them about mental health and the signs. I thought that it was really good when they talked about like things to look out for and like children, you know what I'm saying? Like and shit like that. And, people got up and, asked questions or had like their testimonies and things like that. And one of the women asked the question of, they had a significant loss in their family and how does she kind of help herself and also help her children like through the grieving process. And I was like, damn, that's deep. Like that's real life. Yeah, that's real life.
That's a fact, Jack.
Yeah, that's super real. And, I was like, damn, I thought it was really good. And, she had a packed house and, as Black people, especially, Southern Black people, and I say my family as well, because even though we live in DC, our roots are from Mississippi, like that mental health and therapists and shit like that is like, nah, that's some bullshit. Like you just pray about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we kind of rock. So I thought that it was, really good. So shout out to her and
Charlamagne now.
We didn't say his name 3 times.
So they MH in the sky, they ain't gonna appear.
Right. The MH, the mental health, y'all. But yeah, and she had a Black therapist from the area as her panelist. So, people had direct people that they could, reach out to. So shout out to her. I think that is dope for anybody doing anything for Black people and anything, where you go back into your own neighborhoods and give back. So shout out to her. I'm gonna actually say pop champagne for her for real.
That's a fact.
So what's crazy is me being in fucking Durham / Cary / Raleigh this weekend is that them fucking 4 inmates who escaped from Ohio was found in fucking Cary and Durham on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
How crazy was that?
I seen that shit. I was like, damn.
I was staying in Cary, bro.
Like, which way did y'all take? The fuck?
What Underground Railroad y'all take to get to Cary?
Them niggas had a nigga waiting. They stole the nigga car. That was some devised plan. Y'all niggas should have went further than got them Cary.
So for y'all that don't know, it was like 4 inmates in Ohio jail, and they overtook like some guards and took the keys from like a female guard and like took the fucking transfer truck or some shit like that, and then they were tracked down in Cary. And like the crazy thing about Cary is like when you think about like Raleigh, Durham, and Cary, like Cary kind of like the low key like uppity part of the 3. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is for the whites.
Hey, I love staying in Cary, bro.
Some racist white dude I know was like, I thought I'm moving to Cary, not Curry.
Oh,
like,
baboon-ching.
That shit was funny as fuck, though. I was like, well, yeah. And then as soon as he said it, we was at like the Publix and shit. They had just opened up mad Indians. Like, it was like 6 Indian people that came out of that bitch. That shit was funny as fuck.
Hey, that's hilarious. That's messed up, man. That is messed up. Oh, but that's funny as fuck.
But it's funny as hell, though.
It's 100% funny. Oh, yeah. So like out of all the places y'all ended up in Cary, I love staying in Cary. Like when it was shit going on, Cary never got impacted. Like if it was a storm and all the lights went out, our shit was back on just like that. But I was staying in Cary, this weekend while I was there. I was like, damn, what if I would have ran into them niggas? Like they was at a Red Roof Inn or some shit.
Yeah. That shit crazy.
Hey, they said they spotted one nigga near a Family Dollar on Bacon Street in Durham.
Them niggas said Red Roof Inn and Family Dollar. Them niggas, them niggas was with all the action. They knew that. Them niggas was fucking transient, degenerate. They ain't trying to do nothing upscale.
Facts.
Them niggas ain't go to Target. Them bitches ain't go to fucking the Marriott. None of that. Them niggas
hey,
was like, you know what?
They wasn't going where the white people was going to be at, even though they went to Cary. They like, we going to Family Dollar. We going to a Red Roof.
Yeah, like that. Y'all niggas, they were looking for the dope. They was trying to get high. Nigga. Them niggas was out and they was trying to hit that bag. Get some dope.
Hey, that sounds like some shit where like after that you like
nigga, the Family Dollar was across the street from the fucking Red Roof.
Oh, that's where it was at?
Nah, I'm just fucking.
Look, but that's not impossible,
nigga, talking about the Red
though.
Roof on 55? You think that was where they was at? Cause ain't no Red Roof in fucking Cary.
Had to be the Red Roof on 55. No, which Red? Oh man,
you know,
I don't
right
know
on 55 as soon as you get.
No, I know where the Red Roof is because I used to live on 55 when I lived in Cary. Because 55 go from Durham all the way into Cary, all the way into Apex.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know exactly where that Red Roof Inn is, bro. Like
that's where they was at.
Hey, that shit is hilarious.
Like shit, finna go to Family Dollar.
Hey, bro.
It's a Family Dollar it's a Family Dollar right off 55, right where the Briggs and shit be at. Like right over there with the food line and shit.
Shout out to Briggs.
Them niggas was doing all that shit. Them niggas was going to get them a little something and then go back to the room. Them niggas, did they have some hoes? I heard they got caught. It was like 4 niggas in the room. I'm not.
It's 4 niggas.
Charlamagne was like, yeah, what the fuck? They had no bitches in there. They might as well stay in prison.
Hell yeah. It was 4 of them and they all looked like they were white.
Yeah, they was definitely white. Yeah.
Bro, and they all look like they been locked up for some shit.
For sure.
Like, they definitely, you supposed to clutch your purse when they walk out.
Y'all niggas supposed to have some hoes in there. Y'all niggas in the room.
For sure. They might have had time to find no hoes, man.
Nigga, they was at the Red Roof. There was some hoes in the Red Roof. Literally, like some actual hoes.
Hey, but like you gotta have money. You can't give a bitch a pack of noodles.
Shit.
You can't give top ramen for pussy in the real world.
You don't know what you could do. Goddamn. Look, I ain't gonna be out here too long. What can I get? I got this shirt. All I got is this shirt.
All I got is this shirt.
One of them niggas had to be somewhat attractive to one of them bitches. Fuck that.
I mean, I can't necessarily say they were ugly dudes. They just looked like criminals. Like, yeah. I didn't see none of them be like, right you look fucked up. Yeah, like, if they had any type of skill sets with, finessing or flirting, courting, maybe they could have had some.
I don't know how them niggas got caught. They probably, like, went to their Facebook Messenger or some shit like that. I was trying to, like, message some hoes or something.
Bruh,
they got caught some dumbass way. I guarantee you.
Bruh, and if you're going to escape and try to hide out somewhere, like, okay, you could have had the red roof, but why in such a, if you're going to be in North Carolina, like, I feel like Raleigh, Durham, and Cary and Charlotte is the main places you want to avoid.
Right.
Like, you want to go somewhere else, like literally anywhere else but those 4 places. So, hey, shout out to y'all for being stupid, man. Like, and like the shit that they like did and shit wasn't even no shit you should escape from jail from. Like, you just need to wait that shit out. I think it was like identity fraud, like failure to report.
Them niggas had some petty charges. Niggas couldn't deal with that shit.
Misdemeanor assault. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all supposed to listen. I ain't even been to jail, and I already tell y'all that I'm the last person that's built for jail. However, I'm not about to break out of jail for no shit like that.
Hell no. Hey. I need to have a foolproof plan. I need to be fucking goddamn, what's brother name? El Chapo, and that nigga got caught. So shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know a nigga that fucking escaped from the Tennessee mountains. He was doing like road work. He from like Raleigh and shit off Primo Road. And that nigga made it from the mountains of Tennessee, which is obviously adjacent to this state, but it's still a fucking hump. That nigga snuck in the back of the damn trash compactor shit. Like he knew. Motherfuckers, I'm telling you, boy, when you give a motherfucker time, they gonna that mind gonna get to working.
Hey, I don't mind Devil's Playground.
That nigga fucking snuck in the trash compactor somehow to the point where he wedged himself, like, in there and, like, rolled away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they was on the highway and shit. He rolled away. He dipped off and shit and made it all the way back to fucking, like, Henderson or some shit like that, which is amazing. I don't know how he did it. He was bumming rides and doing all that shit. He came back to his house, which was dumb as fuck. He was trying
that was super dumb.
He didn't make it all the way, but he made it from Tennessee to North Carolina and shit. That nigga crazy.
And that's the nigga like personally?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know all his family and all that shit. Yeah, I know. Like, yeah.
How long before they caught him?
Nephews and shit. So.
How long before they caught him?
His fucking nephew ratted on him.
Damn.
For like $10,000 and shit. Yeah.
Damn. Nephew was like, he was gonna get caught anyway. I might as well get this $10,000.
Man, that nigga's crazy. I wouldn't have rather. That nigga was, that shit was wild. But I don't know how long it took him. It took him probably like a week or two. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
But that nigga was on the run for a while. He MacGyvered his way all the way to the crib with no fucking money, no nothing, no, you know what I mean? Like, that shit is resourceful. I just, that's evil used, bad and used in the wrong intent, but yeah.
Let me tell you how 2019 soft I am. Like, I be looking crazy when I don't have no cash in the motherfucking, the card machine is down. You think I'm gonna get somewhere with no fucking bread, no nothing? Like, niggas be having to be resourceful as shit, bro.
Fugitive. Niggas damn Harrison Ford.
Bruh.
On the end of the plane with the beard and shit. Tommy Lee. That's a good ass movie. Fugitive was a fire movie.
Fugitive was a good movie.
Harrison Ford got some movies on the low though. Like real top.
Nah, he really do.
He
really do. Harrison Ford done had some joints.
That's a fact. Fucking Indiana Jones was my shit. Shit.
They talking about your man Will Smith supposed to play Nicky Barnes. What'd you think about that shit?
I think it'll be pretty good. I mean, Will's a good actor, so I mean, I think he'll do a good job. Shit. If Denzel could do Frank Lucas, I could see fucking Will doing that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true.
Nicky Barnes was a little nigga though, so like he was, you know what I mean, like 5'7", 5'8" type shit. So I mean,
how tall is Will? Like 6 feet?
Probably like 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, they can make it work. I want to see that fucking Godfather of Harlem. I was actually just watching a Breakfast Club interview with Forrest Whitaker and shit, but I heard that shit is fire. It's only been one episode, but I heard that shit is really good.
And what is it called?
Godfather of Harlem. It's about Bumpy Johnson and shit. And,
oh, okay.
But it's like Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X, though. Like, so Malcolm X on the revolutionary side, and you got Bumpy Johnson. They were like both combating civil rights, but it was from different dynamics, obviously. So they said that shit fire. I want to see it. Like, everybody I heard talk about it, it's only like 10 people I know that probably got Epics. And motherfuckers was like, yo, that shit is dope. So I don't know. If you got an Epics password, email us so we can watch it and talk about it with you.
I need to see if it's on my DVR. It's like a show? Like it comes on, it's a mini series or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got Epics?
Okay. Some of that shit came through with my TV for a while, so I need to check my free trials. You said it's on Epics. You want me to stream it?
Put me on the counter and just put a little thing behind me.
Hey, that's funny as shit. I didn't, have you ever had, well, probably not. Nah, you could. Have you ever had, phone dates?
Phone dates?
Where you watch a show together on the phone?
Nah, hell no. Hell nah. Cause there's no point. Like, I ain't doing that. I'm just like, I'm gonna call you back. Cause I'm not gonna feel like, I ain't gonna feel like holding the phone. I ain't wanna like, I've never done that.
You ain't got whole phones these days. You know that, right?
That's true. I thought about that.
And you had a cord on your phone when you was thinking about that shit.
That shit. Yeah. It was cordless. But, I ain't never had no phone date. That's funny. I mean, it's like when I'm out of town or some shit and I watch the TV, like, have
you ever dated someone who lived out of town prior to, you getting married, all that shit, of course.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But you ain't had no phone dates then?
Nah, that shit was in 1941. I didn't even have phones then. Alexander Graham Bell didn't even invent the phone when I was fucking.
That's funny as shit.
I was not involved with my old lady.
I hear you.
But I mean, she moved away too, though. Matter of fact, like she moved to DC and shit when we broke up, so we were still like, rocking and shit.
Hey, so, listen.
Yeah,
I done had phone dates.
Nah, man.
I've had phone dates. Yeah. Nah. It's most of the time it's like shit you DVR.
Yeah.
Or, whatever.
It wasn't no DVR then. Definitely.
Wait, you and your wife only y'all been married for 7 years?
Yeah.
But y'all been together 10 years?
Fuck no, like 13.
Oh, okay.
How old am I? 36. Yeah, I was like 20. Yeah, I was like 23.
Damn.
Word.
Yeah, man, a lot of technology has come to places.
Like cars.
Like cars, planes, color TVs.
Refrigerators, shit like that. Like needles for your diabetes, all this shit.
Hey, yo, you dumb as hell, right? It's a whole lot of civil rights. Hey, you were sipping at the other water fountain when you met her? Mm-hmm. You met her in the back of the bus?
I met her like, we was walking over the bridge of Selma. I seen her like, damn, hey baby.
Hey, what's up with them ankle socks though, boo?
check out my hard bottoms and this fucking nice bruise I got on my head from the fucking nightstick I just took.
You like, hell no, don't stick that dog on my lady. Hey, you dumb as shit. You dumb as shit. That's funny as shit. But yeah, technology has definitely advanced in the dating world, I guess, in the past 13 years, because you definitely wasn't having no FaceTime sex.
Yeah, nah. When was the last time you had FaceTime sex?
I'd rather not disclose.
Gotcha.
I'd rather not disclose that information. You forgot I'm single. I'm actively single. No, that's why I can't.
Can't nobody claim you.
Ain't nobody you can always get cussed out. Listen, you don't know the cussing's out. You don't know. Motherfuckers who listen and be like, what the fuck you was talking about? Like,
you ain't my girlfriend, my boyfriend. Fuck out here.
Hey, listen.
Trying to take this. What Joe say? I'm trying to take this podcast to the next level. I'm trying to provide some content.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Like, but you did such and such. Last weekend. I'll be like, how you know that? Oh, I forgot. Like, sometimes I get a little loose.
It's all entertainment.
On the pod, right? I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, so I'm just giving content.
This is loosely based off our lives.
Yes. Speaking of loosely
Dramatic
based
series.
on lives, so I told you like I listen to a lot of different podcasts, but one of the genres of podcasts and just shit I watch period is like true crime. So on my way back, so I drove to NC and drove back from NC. And so I listened to this limited series podcast called The Root of Evil. And it's based on the Hodel family, and the Hodel family is the grandchildren of George Hodel, who is allegedly like the prime suspect in the Black Dahlia murder. And even if you don't follow true crime and shit like that, you've had to have heard of the Black Dahlia at some point in time, even if you don't know the details of it. But the Black Dahlia was basically this white chick who was like cut up in pieces and posed in Hollywood. And like
posed? What you mean? Like
posed, like they
holy shit.
strategically laid her pieces out to form like what they deem to be right, exactly, to deem like surrealist art.
That's what that was an episode. That was like a season of fucking Dexter. That's crazy.
Really?
That's where they got that from.
That's probably where they got it from, you know, and that shit like 70 years old at this point in time.
That's definitely where they got it from.
Yeah, that's definitely where they got that shit from. But yeah, so like it's crazy because it basically the Black Dahlia is kind of the backdrop of this podcast, but it's basically like this family finding out like they family history, and they family is just fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like they family is just fucked up. And this guy, George Hodel, was like this bigwig in, Hollywood at the time. Like he was untouchable. He had like this fucking high ass IQ and shit. And if you mix like smarts with evil, it becomes something totally different. Like nigga taught his daughter how to give him head and like all types of like wild shit.
For me.
Yeah, it is a lot, but it's this family and they going back and like they talking about that shit. And one of his sons was a LA cop, and he never knew that his father was the prime suspect in this murder or whatever until his half sister came back after his father died and told him that. So he was kind of like, nah, fuck that. My dad would never do no shit like that, you know, blah, blah, blah. So he started out his case trying to exonerate his father from the crime, even though he was retired. Like he was trying to exonerate his father from the crime. But the more and more he looked at the evidence, he like, yeah, my father did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a crazy turn of events. If you are into true crime podcasts, Root of Evil is a crazy podcast. It's only 8 episodes. Each episode is between like maybe 35 and 50 minutes, depending on the episode. That shit brought me all the way back to, Atlanta and shit. So, you know, that's something I want to recommend to you guys. Anything else dope you watching or listening to?
Watching Wu-Tang, which is actually coming on tonight.
Okay.
You fuckers have interrupted my Wu-Tang. And I have been listening to Snow Allegra and fucking Sir. I didn't listen to Young M.A. or any other new music that dropped on Friday. I've been stuck on those 2 albums, to be totally honest with you. Sir is an R&B artist. He signed to TDE, SZA, Kendrick, Schoolboy, all them niggas. And he's like extremely dope. He's an R&B artist, like I said, super dope. And then Snow Allegra is signed. I don't know who the fuck she signed to, but she dope as fuck. R&B
she R&B?
Also. Yeah, she R&B also. I want to hear Summer Walker shit. I heard Summer Walker shit is crazy. It's an EP, but I heard that shit is nuts.
Summer Walker seems so talented, yet such a bird at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. I don't give a fuck about her answers. I just hear her sing. She sounds like her voice is heavenly and shit. So I'm
and that's the dichotomy to me. Like that's so like crazy because she's like she has a great voice.
Yeah, she's a special talent, and she can write music really well too. I like all the shit that I've ever heard from her. So I'm gonna look at her, check her EP out tomorrow. But I've heard really good things about it. So.
Nice. Y'all check that out.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang shit is amazing. Though. If y'all ain't watched that, start watching that shit. That shit crazy.
Gotcha.
And I'm watching Jim Stone.
What's
the
that?
Great Gemstones. It's about like I talked about it before.
The
Gemstones.
Gemstones.
HBO. It's something Gemstones. The Righteous Gemstones. That's what it's called. It's about like a evangelist family and shit, and it's like a comedy or whatever. It's fucking hilarious.
Huh. Okay. 30 minutes.
About 35, 40.
Okay. I can get through 30-minute shit
and I
real
watched
quick.
Dumbass Power. Power is the fucking worst shit I've ever seen in my life. Like,
really?
That shit is the fucking worst. And I watch it now because I've invested.
Because you invested,
that shit
yeah.
is fucking horribly written. They should be ashamed of themselves.
What do you think changed?
It's been trash. Like, the shit's been, after the first season, shit went stupid. Like, when 50's character, like, gets up and, like.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. If you ain't watched fucking the first episode of the first season of Power, and you just, so what?
Oh, okay. First season. Okay.
Yeah, it's the first season. Since then, it's been trash. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I've watched it, but it's just, the writing is fucking piss poor, man. Like, that shit, it's 1,000,001 fucking things going on. I don't know. I guess when you see other shows that are like in the same vein, or, you know what I mean? Like, they're so much more well written and well acted and everything. It's just horrible. But I support it because it's still black, I guess.
Yeah.
Shit is horrible.
Yeah. Well, at least it's the final season. You gonna watch all them additional joints?
Nah, it ain't. Like, fucking 50 say you can continue the shit with the beginning of Ghost and all that other.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of spinning off into some other shit, like corny. Book 2 and all this shit, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna give it a go. It depends if I'm bored.
Gotcha. Speaking of final seasons, before we go into Brown and Proud, it is the final season of Modern Family. I don't know.
Modern Family.
I love Modern Family as well. Modern Family has gone very hard from beginning to end. They find a way to keep it going. This is the last season, and that makes me a little bit sad. But we still have Blackish. Have you been watching Mixed-ish?
I ain't been watching none of that ABC shit. It sucks because I be forgetting all about it. There's so much other shit that I watch.
See, that's why you gotta have DVR, bro. You gotta have DVR.
I don't really be pressed for DVR. It's so much shit to watch. Like, that's why, like, it should be too much shit to fucking watch. So, like, if I ain't watching sports, I'm watching 1,000,000 other motherfucking shows. Cause I got.
But do you gotta watch them real time though?
Nah. I just forget about them completely. You know what
I mean?
No,
I'm saying like the shows you do watch. Do you watch them real time?
Nah, most of them shit I got is on app, you know, unless it's a game,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, most of it's like an HBO or Showtime.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or Hulu and whatever the fuck else.
I feel like ABC got an app.
They probably do. I just don't. Really what it is, I just forget to watch it. You know what I mean? Like, just out of all the things that I've watched, I guess because I've watched it so long, I just don't really think about it anymore.
Listen, I rarely know the time or date anything comes on my DVRs. Saves my life. And that's basically the only reason I have a high ass cable bill. Oh, and my internet. But that's the only reason I have a high ass cable bill. Cause it's just, they got me locked in just like the iPhone. Like, it's just a part of my life. Like, I don't feel like I could get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like with the fucking DVR, like, you know, some shit might come on once a year. Some shit come on seem like 3 seasons in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know when shit coming on and going off. I just look at my shit like, oh, this shit back on. I bet. Right. But yeah, so, but anyway, I've been watching Mixed-ish. It's not as good as Blackish.
I know it ain't, cause when the girl go to college, that shit ain't good either.
That's gotten a little bit better.
I ain't watched that in several seasons
I still watch it. I still support it. I like her. Mixed-ish, it's only been 2 episodes, but I'm trying for them to get into something else because it's only been 2 episodes, and of course the plot, or the premise, the arc is that they are mixed. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to figure out how to navigate, and Rainbow is trying to figure out how to navigate in a world of, you know, being mixed or whatever. But you can only drag that out but for so long. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. Moving on though into Brown and Proud. First shout out is to Ava DuVernay for opening up a brand new movie theater in East LA. Her goal is to open up a safe space for people of color and women where they can showcase their work. Shout out to Ava, man. And
she always doing some cool shit.
Always, man. Nothing warms my heart more than black people giving back to black people. Another shout out is to like the unspoken GOAT, Mr. Byron fucking Allen.
That nigga got all the money,
bruh, don't he? He has purchased 11 network affiliates from USA Television for $290 million. Like, this nigga like out here like.
So nigga just spent like $600, $600 million in like 2-3 years.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Look, Byron Allen is goals. Right. Byron Allen is goals because he is getting this money and he getting this money so fucking quietly. Like, Byron Allen is probably like one of the few black people that got the type of money that he has and can probably just walk down the street and nobody give a fuck.
That's a fact.
And I know. That's how I want to be. Like, I don't need the fame. Like, just give me the fortune. Like, I don't want none of that shit. He done spent
mad bread recently.
Yeah.
Nigga, I bought the Weather Channel. I mean, cool.
Hey, I was watching, I think I told y'all last episode or the episode before that I watched The Good Place or whatever. And, in one of the episodes or whatever, a nigga came back. He was asking about Earth and shit. And he was just like, wait, so I hear like Byron Allen owns the Weather Channel? Like, how did that happen? I was like, damn, white people was just as shocked as us. Like, the Weather Channel, bro?
For sure.
Hey, that shit crazy.
That shit on all. Everybody got the app.
Everybody got the app.
Yeah.
They got a whole station that just shows the weather all day. Like, that's crazy.
All over the world.
All over the world. Shout out to Byron Allen. And last but not least is another one of my faves. Actress and creator Issa Rae is getting into the streaming data and analytics business. Issa has invested in a minority owned data and streaming business called Streamlytics. I think that's dope because that company is owned by a black woman and she invested in that. So shout out to Issa, man. Shout out to Issa. Shout out to everybody who's getting their bread and learning how to share and play that shit forward, man. You ready to get into some little shit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Little shit is our pop culture hot topic segment where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timeline. I think B already announced that he is on that Mary Jane. You sipping anything, sir?
Nah, cottonmouth water.
Cottonmouth. I am on the classic. I'm back on the Jizzak and the Kizoke. I got a bottle of Jack that I have not opened. I need to open that shit. I feel like I need an occasion. I'm gonna open it for our 100th show.
Gotcha.
We on show 90 now. I'm gonna open it for our 100th show. Yeah, I'm thinking about timing on that. Put your cups and your weed in the air and let's just give a toast to Uncle Luke's newest rant on the Miami Super Bowl. So as y'all know, the Super Bowl is going to be in Miami and Uncle Luke is a little bit pissed off because J-Lo and Shakira is headlining the show. More so, Uncle Luke is pissed that he slammed Jay-Z for the halftime show in his recent interview with TMZ, and he said that the NFL is basically showing like, hey, look, let me go get me a token black guy, throw him out there, and we're dealing with systematic racism, and they're having him involved with this entertainment. Basically, the NFL feels like if they put a black face out there, which we've kind of discussed loosely before, then it will solve all the problems. Luke's crusade began last week when the rapper wrote an article in the Miami News Times and criticized Jay-Z and the NFL for choosing J-Lo and Shakira as the performers. According to Luke, he thinks that Hov should have enlisted local acts like Rick Ross, Pitbull, Flo Rida, and others like that. Luke also said in an Instagram video that Jay-Z was in violation of the G code. He feels like, Jigga should have put his partnership on the line to increase inclusivity. And he said, if you were at the table when all of this was going down, you should have resigned at that point. He said, if Jay-Z does not resign or make this right, then he believes that the NFL is actually using him. Now, it's been weeks since this whole NFL thing has went down, and, you know, we've been kind of on the fence hoping that, you know, we're giving Hov the benefit of the doubt. How you feel about this? Do you agree with Luke about the lineup and Hov? Okay.
I mean, who's to say that J-Lo ain't going, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't going to enlist the assistance of fucking local Miami artists, you know what I mean? And I mean, they are none of the white persuasion, you know what I mean? So, like, I mean, I understand what he's saying, but I think he's just, I don't know, Uncle Luke always got some shit to talk about, just historically in terms of, like, representation, I guess, for Miami. But, I mean, yeah, J-Lo she partial owner of the Dolphins, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she got a stake in this shit too, my nigga. Like, I don't know. I don't really give it that much credence or credit, you know what I mean? Like, cause
it's Luke or just the situation in general?
It's just cause, I mean, like, nigga, if it would have been Pitbull, then okay, he would have said Pitbull. But if it would have been Pitbull and J-Lo, would you really have had something to say, or would you really been mad that, you know what I mean, that you weren't on it? You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
I think it sounds like that's what he rooting for, like Pitbull.
He say that, but is he? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know the story of him and Pitbull. Shit, but I don't know. I guess like everybody just coming at Jay like, nigga, like Jay he's a cog in the wheel in terms of like the final decision. I mean, he could probably suggest shit, but I mean, J-Lo, I mean, yeah, why J-Lo and Shakira, they somewhat safe, but at the same time, like they still are Latinas and it's Miami and like a majority of Miami is fucking Latin. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a heavy presence and she's the fucking partial owner of the fucking Dolphins. So, I don't know. I don't really, everybody just want like, I think motherfucking can fart too loud and they're gonna blame Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just a little.
Do you think it's time for Jay-Z to say something though?
He said something.
What'd he say?
Dumbass press conference.
Do you think it's time for him to say something since then? I guess is my question.
Nah, he ain't got to say shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, this is his business. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hov is calculated enough to the point where like he can. I don't know. Nah, he ain't got to say shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your thing. Like, he ain't telling me everything he doing with Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't really telling. Like, he ain't speaking on it. Nigga never really speaks on his business in that regard. So, I think his actions speak more so than anything. So, I don't know. I don't think he don't owe me no explanation, I guess.
As far as like me agreeing with Luke or whatever, do I feel like off the top of my head, there is a Miami artist that's big enough to, lead the Super Bowl?
No.
No, I don't. However, I do feel as though when you're in cities that have a rich, musical history, like, Miami and Atlanta, New York, places like that, Nashville even, I do think you should incorporate some of their artists if you're going to use their city. For that, I do think that, J-Lo and Shakira, like you said, like, they're Latinas and most of Miami is fucking Latin. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to fucking Miami is, you know what I'm saying? Unless you on South Beach, you either seeing niggas or others. Like that's, you know what I mean? Yeah. All of that. So, I do think that, hopefully they include, some of those people. I do feel like there were Atlanta artists that were big enough to kind of lead the Super Bowl or a conglomerate of Atlanta artists to hit the Super Bowl last year or whatever. But as far as Hov, like y'all know Hov, my nigga, y'all know I'm giving Hov the benefit of the doubt, but I feel like this situation is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at this point in time, I personally feel like it's time for something to either be said or like some visual proof. You know what I'm saying? Like something like you in there to kind of like change shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit can't be like 2 years from now. What I don't know, because I don't really agree with the partnership. The only one, and this is from my heart, the only reason I'm not salty about the shit. It's because of Hov's cultural currency that he has and what he has done in the past, and me believing that Hov is a smart guy and a calculated guy, just like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we need to keep it funky, because if it was anybody else, if it was motherfucking Kanye, if it was motherfucking anybody else that got in bed with the NFL after what the NFL has did, like, we would be looking at them sideways. Like, huh? Like, but again, let's not forget, Ho was the niggas that was telling niggas not to perform last year.
Right. So
like, Ho was standing against the NFL.
Perform this year? Like, whatever.
Something needed to happen. Like, I feel like something needs to be. I don't know about Luke.
Like,
all I'm doing
Beyonce performing, is that the happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the happening? Like, what makes it? What would need to be done? I guess is my question. Like, I think a redeeming quality for him doing it, like just having niggas perform. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, see, and that, so you ask good questions, but that's also the gaps in what we don't know, right? Like, we don't know. We know that Hov said he was signing up for entertainment. This is entertainment. I don't have no problems with J-Lo and fucking Shakira. But I'm just saying from the partnership in general, like that he said he was there for entertainment and kind of like equality, inclusion, you know, some shit like that to kind of help white people help themselves. You know what I'm saying? But all we know as of now is like, it seems the same shit is going on. They tried to turn Injustice into some t-shirts. Like, what are we doing? Like, I understand how Hov moves and I admire how Hov move. I fashion myself on how Hov move. Like, I feel like you should move in silence, but I feel like when you got your own community a little bit shaken up, like you can provide like a little bit more either information or something visually to say, oh shit, now I see, you know what I'm saying, what Hov doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Beyonce performed and then she came out there and acted a fucking fool, like she semi-did when she did the whole Black Power shit, then we were like, oh, this the infiltration moves. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that we're not gonna see the impact until 4 or 5 years from now, I feel like he need to say something about what he doing. Now, granted, he ain't gotta say shit, but that don't mean motherfuckers gotta ride with you either. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make decisions. Everybody makes decisions on what they gotta do. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Hov ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the whole move for you being against an entity and now in bed with the entity, you gotta say something, bro. You gotta say something. And what he said at the press conference didn't give us nothing. You know what I mean? It didn't give us nothing. So basically all of us who still like rocking, including myself, we basically like, we know you're going to come through. We know something going to come through. You know what I'm saying? But just like with anybody, you can't just blindly follow.
Yeah, no doubt. But I guess, I don't know. I just don't see like what change niggas is wanting or what, like, you know what I mean? Like what niggas is expecting. So I'm wondering what they expect.
That's what I'm saying. Like what, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What were you expecting to do? You said that you was going to be the change you wanted to see in the NFL. So what does that look like? We're not saying you don't have a plan. We just saying right now, we don't know what the plan is and we just can't blindly follow you into the woods and not know, you know what I'm saying? Cause listen, niggas change every day, B. Like, niggas change every fucking day. I don't put nothing past nobody. And like I said, if I find out this shit was just a money grab, it will hurt me. And that's because Hov is my fucking nigga. Like, out of somebody I don't fucking know, like, Hov is my fucking nigga. I love everything that he fucking do for the most part. So I'm just like, I hope he do something. Now, as far as this particular show, man, I don't know what exactly Luke wants outside of some Miami performers in there. And hopefully they do integrate some Miami, performers. It's funny that Shakira and J-Lo, well, I guess J-Lo still is selling shit. She just came out of her residency in Vegas and shit like that.
She got like them type of bops.
Yeah. And you know, J-Lo only
Super Bowl bops. You know
yeah, she do. She do. And you know, J-Lo, you know, you ain't expecting too much from J-Lo anyway.
Yeah,
she black when she want to be black.
Yeah, she
you know what I'm
dance it
saying?
up.
Like,
You know what I mean?
she gonna be about the business. She gonna be about whatever. She used whatever cultural things, that works for her at the time. She's white J-Lo. Sometimes she's black J-Lo. Sometimes she's Puerto Rican J-Lo. You know what I mean? Sometimes she Jennifer Lopez. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Do you think if, we find out at the end of this, right? At whatever point in time that Ho was strictly in it for the bread, do you think it'll be on the same level as the Trump Kanye shit, or you think you would still give like Hov a pass?
Yeah, I would be quicker. I wouldn't write him off immediately. You know what I mean? Because he still did mad shit for the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be a harder pill to swallow, but I don't think I'd write him off right away. I look at him, you know, different, but not like a yay. Like, not at all.
I mean, I wouldn't say I stopped listening to his music because Kanye was just straight out like, fuck y'all niggas. Like, this my nigga. You know what I mean? But, you know, I definitely look at him a different way. I would definitely be hurt. And I definitely wouldn't be so on board to support. Look, I got my title. I rarely listen to that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Cause Spotify, my main joint, it's just easier to deal with for me. Cause but I pay for Spotify and Tidal. You know what I'm saying? And I rarely use that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully,
I'll do podcasts on Tidal.
I got my plate full. Do not Joe Budden, Fat Joe still have a podcast?
Nah, he don't have a podcast no more. I think I don't know. It was good though. It was pretty interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nah, he got it.
Miami Super Bowl performers without Miami, people from Miami performing. Is that leadership?
I mean, J-Lo's from Miami by default, so she owns the fucking
Bronx
thing.
is in.
Them niggas, yeah. I mean, it's lit, I guess.
I think that I'm fine with it, you know what I'm saying, but I don't have a stake in that game. So, but I can definitely understand how Luke could be upset by that, you know what I'm saying. So I'll just say, you know, I'll give it lit until further notice. I ain't watching it anyway, so it really don't matter to me. But next, so your man B.O.B has a nervous breakdown and goes on a rant about his lack of support. B.O.B posted a video on social media and just completely lashed out over the lack of support he's gotten over the years. He takes aim at his fan base and the music industry, and ultimately let his career fade away over the years. And he's mad at everybody else about that. He said, I fucking hate you niggas. You niggas ain't supporting me worth a shit while I was fucking living. That's the B.O.B of it all. And now that I'm fucking dead, you want to talk about, oh, I love B.O.B. I love all his music. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't support shit. You don't give a fuck about me. Then he continued to say, suck my dick. You don't care. And you never fucking did. This rant goes on with a couple more fuck yous, sprinkled in with some more niggas and some coons. Y'all know we rarely hear about B.O.B unless it's like some weird shit. It's like some Earth is flat shit or some weird shit. And B.O.B is, I'm assuming, a very talented person. I don't want to say was because I don't know what's going on. What do you think is going on with B.O.B? Do you think this is a cry for help? Like, what's good with your man?
I heard it was like him something on, like niggas was saying that he died type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was some tweets that he had passed away and everybody was like, oh, I love you, B.O.B. I love you. So that's why, cause I was confused. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? But they said that it was like you know how they always killing somebody off.
Yeah, facts.
Shit. So he was one of the culprits that got recently murdered apparently on the internet. And, so everybody was professing their love for him and shit. So that's where all that stemmed from. But I mean, he's still nuts, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. Just like going crazy and shit, like into your phone. It's just, I don't know, like crying in your phone, talking in your, it's just strange. It's weird.
It's weird. Like,
it's super weird. Like just getting incredibly like spazzing on the world and shit. And like, just like, but you're in your phone. Like you just, I don't know. Like the world is the world and everybody, I don't know. It's just, it's the fucking cell phones have just, they suck. Like they really do suck. They're about worse than guns.
No, you're right.
For real. Like,
that's a real word right there.
Fucking, any fucking weapon that we can have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mass shooters and all that shit. Everybody got a phone. Like not everybody has a gun and not everybody's willing to do, but everybody has the capability to fucking upload some shit online to make themselves, to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers fucking with people in grocery stores. It's just fucking like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
motherfuckers fucking with people
for
in the
people's
grocery
entertainment. That shit crazy, man. This shit is nuts.
Listen, here's the thing about the social media. Social media, and I've said this before, social media has made it so that everybody has their own show.
Mm-hmm.
It's your show. Just like you watch some shit on TV, you watch people's lives as a show. And some people conduct themselves as a show. They have to have controversy. They got to have glamour. They got to have all of these things to produce a show of their lives. And that's what happens. And when you give someone the ability to broadcast their own show, they get upset when the ratings are not high.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what likes are. Likes are your ratings. You know what I'm saying? To your personal show. And when motherfuckers is not getting likes and streams and all of these things, they lose their shit. And B.O.B is one of those guys that has a high talent level. And if you think of most of the people in entertainment, especially music, which you deem them to be talented, right? Like B.O.B can play instruments. He can make good music. He can rap. He can sing a little bit. Like he's a talented guy. And it seems like the more talent you have, like the less amount of marbles you have, man.
Oh, yeah. Every nigga I know that hears music in their head is fucking nuts. Everyone.
Yeah. And shit probably drive them crazy and shit. And then you take that and align it with the ego. And it's like, how the fuck you don't like my shit?
Right.
How the fuck?
Yeah,
how dare you not like my shit? This is genius. And you don't know what you're talking about if you don't like my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand why artists feel like you must love them forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand that they're selling a product. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're selling a product and that product may not always be popping. You know what I'm saying? And if your product is not popping, you need to find a way to make it pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, Blockbuster thought they was gonna live forever. You know what I'm saying? Right. Niggas went to Blockbuster, but they refused to change the formula. And now they're no longer a thing. But if you talk to Blockbuster, at the time when Blockbuster was popping, they wouldn't have think that shit could take them down. Like, what, niggas gonna stop watching movies? Like I said, well, she don't work there no more, but I worked with a bitch who said she was in the meeting because she worked for Blockbuster. She said, I was in the meeting when an executive said, why would people want to watch movies on their computer? So they never changed the formula. You know what I'm saying? Like, B.O.B is talented. I've heard recent B.O.B stuff, you know what I'm saying? Not super recent, but where it was still good shit. But people's taste change. You know what I'm saying? And just because I don't buy your shit don't mean I don't like your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not like that last shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they want to be gods and they get upset when they're not treated as such, or when people use their time. It's a lot of music out here. You got to decide what you want to spend your time on. So you may have good shit, but somebody else got some better shit that you listening to. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that artists like this come into the game mentally unhealthy, or they become mentally unhealthy after? You think so?
It's a combination. When you're a starving artist, it's different. You can, you know what I mean? Like you can just kind of rest on your laurels in terms of like, or at least you ain't got a whole lot of money, or at least like I ain't got a whole lot of notoriety and shit. You just trying to make it versus when you're there and then you're still trying to make it, but it's like the reverse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know,
it's like trying to build a building from the top, you know, top down versus from the bottom up.
Yeah. And, you know, I think that, you know, most people, their like first projects and their first couple projects, a lot of times are their best projects, you know what I'm saying? But it took your whole life to come up with that, by those bodies of work, right? And then you get money, you get fame, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're not really starving no more, you know what I'm saying? Now you living a good life. You don't really have a lot of pain to rap from or sing from or derive your art from, you know what I'm saying? Y'all all doing the same thing. Y'all doing coke, fucking bitches, partying, all the shit. That's just what people do. So you may not have the content that you used to have. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the best artists to me who kind of maintain their momentum, it may not be all the way on 10, but they maintain a good momentum. It's kind of like those people who kind of stay out the limelight, stay out like a J. Cole, for instance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he kind of stays out of that element. You know what I'm saying? It's rare that you see J. Cole in the club. It's very rare that you see J. Cole with the niggas that's doing all the bullshit, that's throwing the dollars and, you know, like shit like that everybody does. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I don't know if it's something where you stay humble and preserve your sanity. But I don't know, man. But, you know, I hate that B.O.B is kind of losing his mind. But I really want him to get some help, and I want like it to be fashioned into these contracts where they, you know, I know the record label don't really give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But if you want your artists to keep producing, like have them a therapist, have them something that's gonna keep them mentally healthy, you know, so that they can crank out this work for you so that you can get your money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's a hard pill to swallow. What's the last B.O.B song you heard?
I don't even know. It's a good question. I don't know. I have no idea.
Shit, I don't know. Shit.
Though.
Yeah, B.O.B talent. The last song I think I remember is "We Just Get Ready." Hey, that shit. Like I think that was like last year.
Nah, that shit was
2 years ago. For real?
Hell.
Maybe because I just always play that shit. But you're right. I think you're right about that being like a good little minute. But I think that's the last B.O.B song that I know and shit.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to B.O.B, man. Get better, man. B.O.B having a nervous breakdown is litter shit.
Trash.
Yeah,
shit.
That is trash. So y'all know Marlon Wayans, or y'all should have heard by now that Marlon Wayans, had some legal drama, about 5 years ago when he put this guy that was working on a set of Haunted House 2 in a post side by side on Instagram saying that he looked like Cleveland Brown. And he said, tell me this nigga don't look like old Cleveland Brown ass looking nigga, right? Now, to his credit, the nigga does look like fucking Cleveland Brown, okay? But the Supreme Court in California has come back to challenge that verdict. Marlon Wayans feels as though he should have freedom of speech and that his freedom of speech should be upheld. The guy that he called Cleveland Brown, Pierre Daniels, is suing him for an undisclosed amount in the California Supreme Court. So that's back up in that. Like, what you think about this? You think this free speech or harassment?
Man, that shit free speech. Motherfuckers, I don't know. Motherfuckers soft, man. You just trying to, it's just a pursuit of dollar. It ain't even fucking free speech. That shit is trash, man. Like, bro, just take a fucking joke. Like, goddamn, your fat ass shouldn't look like Cleveland, or go after fucking people who fucking with Fox. But you can't go after a comedian for making a fucking joke. That's what the fuck he did. Your fat ass look like Cleveland, and you need to lose some weight, or get a haircut, or put on another shirt, or do some other shit. Make yourself, like, chill out, man. Like, it's just a joke. Goddamn. I don't know. Motherfuckers soft, man. Like, I joke and
tough
I get
crowd.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I done got joked on. I done gave plenty of jokes. I'm gonna continue to do both, and you know what I mean, and receive it. And some of them shits hurt, but it ain't to the point where I'm gonna sue a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here.
Oh, man.
Back. Fuck out of here. Marlon Wayans look funny as hell. I'd have smoked that nigga.
All right, so I have a difference of opinion on that. And my difference of opinion comes in when you're Marlon Wayans and you have 4.5 million followers and you post me on your page to 4.5 million people, where now 4.5 million people is going to be talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if this was just some shit where they round the movie set and he joking in it, all right, let me take that even back. They're on the movie set. You know what I'm saying? So just based on the type of work that I do, y'all are at a job. So if somebody makes it known that they don't like what you're saying to them and they view it as harassment, at that point in time in which you stop, you need to stop doing that, right? Because this is a job, regardless of if you're a comedian or whoever the fuck you are. Once a person say they don't like something, you should stop. Now, in the form of just joking on motherfuckers and y'all outside of that particular arena, yeah, I feel like that shit all good. I joke. I've been joked on. Like, you walk into, my family house, that's all about to happen for the remainder of your stay there. Like, the jokes is about to be popping. However, I think that social media has changed that and people go viral and people harass motherfuckers. So just because you thought it was a joke for this day, now this nigga is fucking Cleveland Brown and everywhere he go, he getting laughed at and bullied and harassed because now this is something viral. I think that is the point in which it becomes a problem, and I would sue him just the same. So I'm with Buddy, fucking suing him, cause you didn't have to put that shit on your page, because you can't just put me where you want to fucking put me on your fucking page, and I'm not a fucking public figure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely don't agree with that. If this was somebody in your family, what if it was your mama? Like, what if he put your mama on his page? But at the same
time, it's his social media. Like, the fuck? Like,
but it's your mama. She didn't ask to go on his social media.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be mad, but I don't know if I get over it. It's the fucking internet. Shit goes away.
But it's your mama. So now everywhere you go, your mama, everybody looking at your mama saying, look at that. She looked like the fucking chick from Soul Food that said the mighty hand make a powerful blow. Like, everybody laughing at her and shit. She going to bingo. Everybody laughing at her. She going to church. Everybody laughing at her. Like, that's not going to make her feel good.
Nigga, bro. Everybody's yeah, you say
4.5 million people, bro.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't paying that shit no mind. That shit is the internet. Shit goes away in 30 minutes. Like, it's gonna be some whole new shit that's going on in a minute. Like, in 15 minutes. When we finish with this podcast, we open our phones, some whole new other shit.
But listen, be like, you don't know where this man from. You don't know what small town he from. That shit might go away for us. We not thinking about the shit, but where this nigga live at, like, you're now known as the Cleveland Brown nigga. Like, everybody's still laughing at you, and that's what they think of. When you go back to your hometown, niggas is laughing at you. Think about if you pissed on yourself. I posted that shit. I had 4 million followers. You think niggas gonna let you slide the street? Look at that pissy ass nigga beat. Like, look at that nigga. Oh, that nigga eat ass like something like. Then. You gonna fight everybody, or you gonna get your paper?
I'm gonna try. Fuck out of here. I don't know. That shit is, I don't know. The internet, man. Roast.
You think comedians should get a free pass just because they comedians?
I mean, everybody got to be accountable for what they say. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
exactly.
You say some shit, like, you got to be willing to deal with the consequences. You don't get no free pass.
That's all I'm saying.
But I can slap shit out of you. You know what I mean? Or if I don't like the way.
And then I get sued. Then you get sued when really you could have just sued this nigga and hold that nigga accountable.
I'd rather just slap you.
Oh, okay. Well, B rather gets a charge for slapping Marlon Wayans. Fresh rather gets a check and lay on my pile of money while I'm getting clowned for looking like Cleveland Brown. Hey, yo, that's a hot take. You told that nigga need to change everything he looked like because another nigga care about what he looked like. That's a wild, hot fucking take there, bro. Oh, man. Marlon Wayans said the nigga look like Cleveland Brown is litter shit.
I like it. Fuck it.
B like it. He says lit. I think it's shit. Like, I don't think you should I don't think you should, make memes out of people in that way, especially when you have that much power and you got to be held accountable for the shit that you do. So I feel like, bro, get your money, and Marlon Wayans, don't put people on your Instagram. Just fucking clown them face to face or in the group chat. Gucci for Gucci. So Gucci is the new face of Gucci, and he is receiving some backlash. I know that I can honestly say, since that last Gucci fiasco, the Gucci brand fiasco, I honestly haven't been seeing as many people wearing Gucci. And the reason I know that is because I was shocked, not necessarily shocked because niggas gon' nig, but I was really, it came to my attention when I saw the baby on Breakfast Club this morning, and he had like this full Gucci like outfit, and I was like, damn, I ain't really been seeing like niggas with Gucci like that. And then later on I saw it was Gucci for Gucci. What are your thoughts on Gucci being the model for Gucci?
I mean, get your bag, my nigga. From what I've on T.I. podcast, him and Killer Mike was talking about, he read like a stat that like that whenever that the quarter that was related to like the ban, I guess, on Gucci, it dropped significantly. Like they were down like 18 to 25% or some shit in sales. So it just lets you know our staying power, our buying power or whatever. But I mean, shit, he said only boycott for 3 months. So, that just shows the concerted effort that we can make. But get your bag. I mean, niggas gonna wear it. You gonna wear it regardless. You might as well get paid for it.
All right, so let me backtrack a little bit, because it's interesting where your stance lie. So this guy shouldn't sue Marlon Wayans and get his bag, but these guys that's basically turning on their community for a bag, you don't care, get the bag. How does that work?
Man, I said, if you gonna take it, you might as well take it. I mean, shout out. I mean, bruh can do his thing. You can sue who the fuck you want to sue. I mean, you know what I mean? I just off a joke is different. You know what I mean? That's just me. I got tough.
So who should you get the bag? Is it get the bag, or?
If you want to get the bag, if you think you need to get the bag, then go for it. I can't tell a nigga not to get money.
But this is your opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think?
I just said it.
Would you do it?
Would I do what?
Well, I can't ask you. I don't think I can ask you that particular question because, you know what I'm saying? Like, Gucci got money and we working citizens. So it's definitely different for us getting a bag.
But if the nigga's still wearing Gucci and like he's not with the whole shit, you know him and T.I. don't be like fuck with each other anyway. So you already know he probably doing that shit to be spiteful as fuck. And if you gonna wear Gucci anyway, you might as well get paid for it. I don't see what I'm saying is wild. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't, even if I wouldn't be wearing Gucci and shit. But if you're going to wear Gucci and like you clearly have like that, passion to wear it, then why not get an endorsement deal if you can? You know what I mean?
So you saying that if you're going to betray your community, you might as well do it all the way?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. You know what I mean? If you're going to wear it, you might as well get paid for it. Like, if you're doing one thing.
I mean, yeah, if you think, I agree. If you're going to be a trader all the way. Yeah. Like, if you might as well get the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You being gay and being the spokesperson for Chick-fil-A and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, that shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's no different than you going to Chick-fil-A and buying a burger or a sandwich and eating it and being gay.
The difference is I'm being the spokesperson for that. I'm saying, listen, the reason you have a spokesperson is because you're saying, everyone, you should be like me. No matter who the spokesperson is for any fucking company, is to influence you to be like them, or else they wouldn't need these spokespeople. They wouldn't need nothing. No matter what spokesperson that you're thinking of for any company, the reason that company hires that person is because people want to be like them. And if that, or that person has a lot of influence to make people do what they do.
So what's different than Gucci wearing a Gucci like tracksuit on his Instagram when he's got 10 million followers?
That's what I'm saying. He's already, but I'm with you on that point. If you're going to betray, if you're going to betray your people like that, then yes, you should get the bag. If you're going to Stacey Dash the game, Stacey Dash the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's where you at, 100% get your shit. Now, that don't make it right, but you doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, you know what I'm saying? And you already know why Gucci is getting you, because if Gucci wanted to use Gucci, they could have used Gucci a long time ago because his name was Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, of course, it's a play on, y'all, look, we cool. Like, we not racist. Like, come, you know what I mean? Like, come roll with us and like shit like that. Like, if you gonna switch up, of course, yeah, get the bag. Like, I wish he wouldn't, but I feel like him and Keisha Dior are some characters anyway. Like, they different. Like, Gucci is unrecognizable to me. Not only, you know, visually, but the essence of who Gucci is just totally different. And granted, you know, a lot of things are for the better because Gucci was a fucking savage. But I can't wait to see like when this all come out, not just related to this Gucci situation, but about the whole transformation of, what's Gucci name? I used to know Gucci name because my homegirl was in love with Gucci. She used to say his name all the time. What's Gucci real name? Roderick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't respect it, but I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really been super Gucci like that in a long time anyway. I ain't even really heard no good music from Gucci besides that one song I told you I like that you weren't really fucking with. The In the Sky song. Like, I like that shit. But other than that, I ain't really been fucking with Gucci anyway. You can do it. I don't respect it, but it ain't for me. Gucci for Gucci little shit.
All right, get your bag, nigga. If you gonna get it, get it. If you're gonna wear it, might as well go all out.
He says lit. I'm saying that it is shit. I can't really fuck with it, but it is what it is. 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine turns down witness protection. Why do all this snitching and then try to be hard and turn down witness protection? What's your thoughts on that?
Who else? And he done told on everybody that was gonna kill him. Everybody in jail.
Oh, so I feel like you probably know more about gang culture than I do. So other niggas ain't gonna kill that nigga just for being that nigga and telling on their partners?
Fuck no, them niggas gonna ride with that nigga and goddamn try to get on.
Damn. So ain't no niggas real these days?
I mean, yeah, you gonna have some niggas that try to do something, but I mean, it's
you
really
think he
no
gonna
point.
be able to walk these streets?
Yeah, man, nigga, man. I mean, he might get smoked, but the likelihood of it is, I mean, if he goes somewhere like, you know, like to chill or somewhere, like, you know, out of the way, out of New York. Like, if he go out to New York or like, you know, get out of New York, mainly where, you know, the hub of the people he was at, niggas ain't fucking with him. You know what I mean? Not to the point where they kill him because he a rat. So niggas gonna be scared of him. I mean, you gonna have to either kill him and do it discreetly, or you gonna have to, you know what I mean? Like, cause he gonna rat on you. He's a known snitch. So I don't know. This shit weird out here. I don't know what the fuck. He gonna make music and be promoting and go to Europe. That's what I do. If I was him, I'd just go to Europe and just fucking tour all the fucking time and get my money up.
I don't know about how these new niggas work, and the shit is just wild to me. If Tekashi can, I know I hear a lot of you niggas talking about Tekashi gonna be able to make music and shit like that. And if Tekashi is able to come out and make music and still live his life, like all y'all niggas pussy, like I don't want to hear nobody rapping about no gang shit. Like, cause that shit ain't none of that shit real. Like, all that shit is a fabrication. Not that I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, promoting niggas get killed and shit like that, but, you know what I'm saying, if ain't no consequences to shit, then what the fuck, y'all don't have no standing. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, a nigga smoked Nipsey for nothing. You think niggas ain't gonna smoke a 6ix9ine?
Somebody gonna try to get a rep, but if he
somebody gonna kill his ass.
If he get a good security team, and go to Europe,
his money gonna run out
and run up. Shit, not if you go to Europe. Niggas don't give a fuck about that shit, my nigga. And then
my prediction
still make
is
music and put it out and still get stupid cheese. Go to Europe, tour the whole fucking Europe for a fucking year. That bag ran the fuck back up. He's straight.
Bro, niggas don't have no type of codes, bro. Like, niggas don't have no type of codes. Like, listen, it bothered me that some of my favorite rappers is fake as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, only cause you portray that image. I just hate fake people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hate that shit. Like, I hate fucking fake people. Look, my prediction is if Tekashi really turned down witness protection, he out here walking around, he really couldn't even hardly walk around when he was out here doing this shit and faking like he was on people's blocks and shit like that. But, you know, if Tekashi really get out here and flaunting around with his fucking hair, Europe or whatever country and not being low key, I predict that nigga in the river in 6 months after that. How much time you think he gonna get, if any? You think it's gonna be time
That's
served?
a good question. He definitely getting time served. He been in there for that amount of time. I don't know. He probably doing another 6 months, 9 months, something like that. Come on.
Damn. Yeah, I'm thinking he may get time served too, bro. Like,
well, no, you getting time served. He's already been in jail, so he's definitely getting time served.
It wouldn't, like, sometimes they, give you a reduced sentence.
Yeah, but you get credit for anytime that you're in prison.
Right, but if you get like 5 years or some shit like that, like.
So you only got.
He's still gonna have some
he's
time.
Been in jail for a year and a half, so it would be less than the year and a half.
Actually, it was a year. He's been in jail a year.
Well, it'll be less than the year, and then whatever sentence they
right,
give him.
Right. But I'm thinking like, all right, after this shit over, do you just get the walk? Like, all you got was a year, or all you got was a year and a half, or some shit like that.
But ain't no telling with the. I mean, the way he read it, shit, he might be able to walk free. He told on the mad niggas, so.
Hey, he told on mad niggas. He probably know who killed the Black Dahlia, man. He can get all that shit. Hey, that shit is crazy. That shit said Bob the Builder, not a licensed contractor. That shit was funny as shit. Anyway, man, so Tekashi declining witness protection. I think that is shit. I think you just constantly make dumb moves, my nigga. Like, whatever happens to you, you brought it on yourself. Like, I don't feel like no prayers can work for a nigga like that. If you dumb, you just dumb.
Right.
What you giving it? You giving it lit or shit?
That shit. I mean, it's lit. Fuck it. If you thugging, you thugging. Feel like you out here. Man. You be out here then, nigga. But
hey,
we'll
instant thug, just add water. Well, since we know everything, you ready to give somebody some advice?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we about to get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to people who clearly don't care about taking it from high and drunk people. Today's letter is from Pretty T. It says, "Hi shit show, call me Pretty T." Pretty T, you better be pretty.
You better be a woman. I ain't calling no man Pretty T.
I call that man delicious.
Call that nigga T.
It says, I think it is in fact a woman. This is a good one too. I want to know your thoughts on this one. It says, "I'm a big fan of the show and I have 2 questions.
Thanks.
The first question is, when are y'all going to have a live show?" Pretty T, we working on it. You just gotta have, as our show is growing and our show is continuing to grow, you still gotta have a high concentration of people in an area to sell a lot of tickets. So, I mean, I guess that's not particularly true because I've seen people do, live pods in like smaller venues that hold, 100 people and shit like that, like in clubs and shit like that. You want to do a live show, B?
Yeah, fuck it. I ain't opposed to it. See the people, touch the people.
Yeah.
Sound some boobs.
We have a large concentration. Well, we have listeners all over the world. I told you I get the analytics. However, we do have a large concentration in the areas that we're from. So we have a large concentration in Atlanta, DC, and North Carolina. So, maybe we can hit one of those, but we will definitely let you know. I would love nothing more than to do a live show. So we'll let you know.
For sure.
On to the juicy shit. She says, question number 2. My mom had me helping her with some settings on her phone when a text popped up, said, "Hey, beautiful," and the number was not saved. So I did what any responsible daughter would do, and I looked at the text because it's not my daddy number. I looked at the text and discovered that my mom had been texting with this person for quite some time. Not only do I have reason to believe that they may have been intimate in the recent future, but I am not quite sure that this person is male. Matter of fact, I'm 90% sure that this person is female. I was beyond shocked. My mom would cheat on my dad, and I'm clutching my pearls extra to find out that she may be snacking cat. She said, "I am not homophobic at all, and I definitely have had my own set of experiences. However, I am beyond floored. This is my whole mama here."
For sure.
I gathered myself
big old freak.
and finished.
big booty, big old. Shit. That's fucking wild.
Said, I gathered myself. I'm gonna name this episode Big Ole Freak. It says that I gathered myself and finished with the settings and dip. Should I tell my dad?
Nah.
Backstory. My dad used to notoriously cheat on my mom when I was young, but has since changed his ways to my knowledge. So being a woman, I'm like, yes, bitch. But that's still my daddy, so I can't just let this slide. Do I confront my mom about what I saw and tell her she needs to disclose it to my dad? OMG, my brain has been scrambled since I sipped this tea. I don't know what to do.
That's heavy.
And that's from Pretty Tea.
That's heavy. Pretty Tea. Excuse me, like a bird.
You get this first, B.
Yeah, I would say first thought is I don't meddle in anybody's business, relationship business, especially my parents. I remember some shit kind of happened with me and my mom and dad. Well, me finding out some shit, and I like, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't got no time. I don't want to do that. Y'all gonna have to deal with that shit. I wouldn't want. I don't know. I don't want nobody meddling in my relationship. However, I would. I mean, if nothing else, maybe you can address it to your mom like, who the fuck is Hello Beautiful or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just say it like.
You don't know the rest of the story? Like,
I
saw, like, are you saying, why somebody say Hello Beautiful to you, but pretend like you didn't read the stream of text?
Yeah.
And just act like you only know that part and see what she say?
Let her tell on herself, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Like, kind of divulge herself.
But then what if your mama lie to you? Like, you know she just straight up lied to you. What do you do then? Now you looking at your mama an extra way because, like, bitch, you a liar.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, she ain't got to tell you the truth on that. Like, I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Just leave that shit alone, man. Like, I don't know. What's done in the dark comes to the light. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I want to be the one to be shining the light on my parents' relationship. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to unearth no fucking shit happens. And if motherfuckers come to me at that point, then yeah, all right, boom. But I don't want to be the rat. You know what I'm saying? That like, unearths all this fucking fuck shit. I don't know. It's weird because like, it's like 50% of me wants to like, you know what I mean, divulge that information, but then at the same time, I don't like to be in nobody's relationship because relationships are a wild and sticky thing. Because like now you blow the whistle and shit, and then they still rocking something, you know what I mean? And then it goes funky and shit, and he slapped shit out of her, you know what I mean? It's just like, god damn, like you gonna be the fucking conduit for all that shit. I don't know. I'm cool.
No, wait. If he slapped the shit out of her.
I mean, I'm just saying,
then your
like,
dad is a
you
fucking
just have
beater.
no idea how that shit gonna transpire. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker spaz on you and shit. Like, bitch, why you all in there? I don't know. It's just too much. I don't know. Like I said, I stay out of people's relationships, including my parents. But my initial advice would be to stay out of it. But if anything, holler at your mom first. Don't tell your dad. Let her, like, you know what I mean? Try to explain the situation, I guess, if that gives it any credence at all, and then kind of go from there. But my first advice is just steer clear. Just go to the crib, go to your own house, and just chill.
Go to your own crib. Just dip. Just don't even worry about it. This hard, and like, I have to go through the letters and shit and like pick these shits out. But I try not, you know what I'm saying? When I pick the letter out and, I scan it and read it, I try not like to dwell on it much so that my thought is, as organic as it can possibly be. And I really didn't think about this because like my brain was like, I don't know. Cause I think about it from a couple different factors. Like, I'm with you as far as like minding my business and shit like that. But I am also the friend. If you're my friend and I know some shit about who you're fucking with and that person is putting on a facade, then I will tell you once what I know. Now, that can manifest itself different ways once I tell you what's going on. You can either be that person that's just like, nah, that's a motherfucking lie, like you jealous, like some shit like that. Or you could be like, oh, word, then you go back to the person and say, Fresh told me this, XYZ. But I feel like, or, you know what I'm saying, like you could be totally in denial, you know what I'm saying? But as my friend, Like, I will give you that one. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you react to that shit. Like, that's how I take my cue. So if you come back and you say some shit like, oh, you jealous or you spaz on me, that's cool. I done learned my lesson. I ain't gonna touch the shit no more. But I know I can't just sit in your face knowing some shit like that and just let that shit slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, however that shit come back on me, that just shows how our friendship is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to accept that L once. Now, for friends that I know you always fucking with a fuck nigga or fuck bitch or whatever the case may be, I ain't saying shit. This just what you do. Like, I ain't got shit for you. I can see the person you with out tonguing somebody down and I ain't gonna say shit because I've already did that one time with you. Or I just know how your personality is. Now, here's the difference in this situation. It's your parents and you have a loyalty to both of them, right? And I personally don't know if I consider my dad to be a good dude. So if your dad is still the dude that he used to be and he was already cheating on my mom and she cheating, then that shit cancel each other out. I wouldn't even say shit. But I feel like if your dad is a good guy and he's a good dad and your loyalty is kind of like to both of them. So I feel like something got to be said. Be like, I wouldn't just be able to let that shit slide. So I think my first thing would be to go to my mom. I think I would go to my mom, kind of off some shit like you said and say like, look, when I was in your phone the other day, I saw a text and it said, hello, beautiful. Like, we both grown. Like, I feel like we need to talk about this. Like, what's going on? Like, you cheating on dad. Like, what's going on? And then kind of take it from there. Because what I'm also setting myself up for, like, I personally, if this person, whomever, male, female, whatever, makes you happy, then you need to fucking tell your partner. And don't have them in the fucking dark. Cause I don't like misleading people and having people think something ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. So I would give my mom the chance to say whatever she has to say to my dad. And if my mom like straight up lies to me or whatever the case may be, I'm looking at you crazy. Like, she might say some shit like, oh, this is my business or whatever. Like, I'll handle it. And I feel like I'll be like, all right, I'm going to let you handle it. And then I'm going to come back later and say, did you have that conversation with Pop? Like, you ain't got to tell me the details and like what happened. Cause Pop might be like, he might know about the shit. Y'all might have had a threesome with the motherfucker a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, you never know what people's situation is. I feel like I got to say something. That's basically what I'm summing up to. I'm saying something because that's not loyal. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you'll let one of your parents sit there and look fucking stupid. Like, nah, I can't have that, bro.
So then the shit blow back on you, and then like now you got.
What's the blowback on me though?
You got to pick a parent and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't have to pick a parent because look, I'm grown, right? And if you as a parent,
leave that shit
that's what I'm saying. So I don't need my parents. I don't need my parents on a day-to-day basis. I don't need my parents to take care of me or support me or nothing like that. And I feel like if your parents is mad at you, it's just like any other adult being mad at you. Either you gonna get over it or you ain't. Like, I can't make you be happy with what I'm saying. I got to deal with me at the end of the day. And I can't let my conscience be eating me up at the fear of, because listen, at the end of the day, like, if you don't say nothing and your father find out or you see, him going through that heartbreak, you gonna feel fucking bad. Like, everybody gotta be held accountable for the shit that they do. And if you tell your mama and your mama go off on you and like, that's fucked up and blah, 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 either she'll get over it or she won't. If she want to lose a child over some pussy, then that's her. Like, I just don't think of it like that. I'm not going to sit and watch my dad or vice versa. Like, I'm not going to sit and watch my dad do my mom dirty and just leave that shit like that, bro. Like, y'all adults. And if parents, y'all can disown me for telling the truth, then it is what it is. Like, ain't nothing I can do about that. All I can do is live with me. I'm not getting an ulcer over y'all motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And like, I think that's crazy that you could just sit and watch one of your parents get played like a bitch.
I mean, that shit that's just people relationships, man. I ain't got time. I don't know. I don't want nobody in my relationship, so.
So you could watch your mom, like, just sit there and be played by your dad?
Nah, I mean, nah. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, if the shit was outrageous, like, you know, outlandish and shit, then I'm like, yo, bro, you got to get your shit together. But like, I mean, to the point where like we having interventions and I'm like grilling him and shit. Like, that's my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, I don't think it's like a grilling type thing. Like, look, here, this is what I know. Like, you gonna tell dad or I'm gonna tell him. Period.
Yeah, I don't know. Teach his own. I don't know. I don't like to get in folks' business.
Yeah, like, I love my parents. I love both my parents. If both of them were still alive, like, I love my parents too much to just watch one do the other one dirty. Like, I couldn't do that. Like, some friends or even like my siblings or some shit like that. Like, I wouldn't be too much invested in that, but these are two people that I'm equally invested in. Like, nah, I couldn't see that. But, you know, Pretty T, let us know what you decide. From my understanding, B saying, you know, he would let it go. He wouldn't say nothing. I'm saying, you need to say something. You should say something to your mom. I think at the end of the day, it's about what eats at you. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't really bother you and, you know, you are the type of person like, that's their relationship, that's not my business, I think that's cool too. If you are the type of person that you sit there and watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't watch one of my parents be played, so I definitely have to say something to one of them and they gotta fix that shit. You know what I'm saying? So let us know, man. Let us know, cause this is a juicy one. Like, this is a juicy one. Like, I need to know what happens with this, because for me personally, the fact that my mom always told people I came here about a stork. Like, I don't want to think about parents having sex, period. And just the fact that my parents is out here having sex with other people and motherfucking doing all this other shit is crazy. I was having a conversation this weekend about somebody saying somebody else in a sex party. And, I was like, yo, like, you know, you're a pretty open person. Like, how would you feel like if you saw one of your parents in there? And they was like, oh, hell no, like, I couldn't take it, like, whatever. I was like, I will pass the fuck out. Like, they say they saw one nigga in there fucking tied up the ropes, getting his, like, dick sucked and getting beat, and he was a fucking deacon and shit. They knew the nigga, like, he was a deacon and shit, like, at this fucking sex party. I was like, I'll pass out. Like, an ambulance will have to come get him.
You know, I speak to the nigga and got tied up and whipped. You know, hey,
and then be in church calling you a deviant.
Yeah, I just don't cast your aspersions on me now. But
calling you a deviant on Sunday and shit, and you just came from a whole ass sex party.
What's up?
Oh man, let us know how that roll. Let us know how that go, man. Yeah, heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. If you want some of this A1 advice, write into the ain't shit show at gmail.com. That's the X where the I will be, and your letter may get read on the show. You ready to wrap this puppy up with some free smoke?
Mm-hmm. Let's get to it.
All right. Free Smoke is where we talk about hot button personal issues. It could be anything from politics to petty. And today I like to do one of our in the news, free smokes, cause it's a lot going on. First on the docket is, Amber Guyger. It's Guyger, who shot Botham John, went up in his crib, said she thought it was hers, and shot this nigga. He was minding his own business, was only sentenced to 10 years today, actually. And homeboy's brother, Botham's brother, dramatically forgave Amber in court and gave her a hug and said he forgave her after she shot his brother. First question. Long enough sentence.
No.
How much time do you think she should have got, and how much time realistically did you think she was going to get?
Honestly, I didn't think she was going to get convicted. So as far as sentence, yeah, fuck no. They had to do that castle doctor and shit. And I was like, oh, here they go with the fuck shit. And I was like, I stopped paying attention after that. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers introduced the castle doctor and this shit. Like,
yeah.
And that shit ain't got worth the price of tea in China in this particular scenario. Bitch thought she was in her house. Fuck. So I was like, oh hell, here we go. You know what I mean? Another round on the merry-go-round on the mulberry bush. But she got convicted. So I was like, I had really I didn't think she was getting 10 years. I thought she would at least be a dub. You know what I mean? Like you fucking murdered a motherfucking cold blood. You know what I mean? So I thought it'd at least be a dub life. You know what I mean? Something significant, but definitely not 10 years.
Word. So
I'm definitely not hugging that bitch, motherfucking brother or my cousin,
facts.
My friend, or anybody for that matter.
I thought, I was hoping, because I knew she wasn't gonna get life. I knew that. I was hoping she got at least 20, 30 years. But I said yesterday, she only gonna get 10. If the max she gonna get is 10.
Right.
That's what I said. And that's crazy because all she got was 10 years. And you know. You
got the judge hugging the bitch and shit. Like, when the fuck have you ever seen a judge hug a fucking murderer? Like, why the fuck is she all behind the fucking bench and shit? Or you know what I mean?
I thought that was like the bailiff or some bitch.
No, that was the fucking judge. That was the bitch that was with the pearls and shit.
That was the bitch that was getting ready for the game?
Yeah, that was Brian. That bitch was doing that. That bitch was doing shadow boxing, all type of shit. That shit was funny to me, boy. That bitch was tripping. And then she did that. That's why she did all that shit, because she knew, like, God damn, I'm about to get this bitch 10 years.
Yeah, she should have got more than that.
Yeah, my nigga, like, she should have got fucking life. What the fuck you mean? Anybody else would have got life. And then the fucking Kasim, I seen on Sean King page, Kasim, what's the name? Kasim Brown? Detroit, the former Detroit mayor. That Kasim Reed. Was it?
Reed. Yeah, it's Reed. I think it's Kasim Reed.
Is it? I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. But anyway, he got, that nigga got fucking, what's the name? He got 28 fucking years. And he ain't killed nobody with the first. He just embezzled some fucking money. Like, 28 fucking years. Like, this shit is wild, my nigga. Like, that shit is fucking wild. Yeah.
Yes, Kasim Reed.
No, Kwame Kilpatrick.
Kwame Brown.
Kwame
Kilpatrick.
Yeah. We went through about 17 names out that bitch.
Listen,
that nigga
all the black people have just been
prison sentence for financial crimes. He expected to have to serve all 28. 28 fucking years for financial crimes. And this motherfucking bitch killed a nigga. Listen,
you can kill a black man. You can't mess with no white people money.
My nigga. That bitch killed a motherfucker in his house. That nigga was sitting on the couch, good, chilling. Got smoked, ain't do nothing, was watching goddamn gospel TV. Like, they
wasn't attacking her, nothing.
Didn't attack her, looking crazy. Like, bitch, you in my crib, and that bitch he murdered in cold fucking blood.
Yeah.
My kids won't even be out of high school in 10 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, that shit is some real shit. Yo, like, God, so mighty. And this nigga got 28 years. Granted.
And there'll be 90 more years for the Pharrell drop.
For sure. Like, the fuck, man. That shit
she should have got out when Pharrell drop.
Word. That shit crazy, yo. That shit is wicked. Like, nigga, this bitch got 10 fucking years. I mean, this nigga was in his house just whole chilling. Like, they might as well not even gave the bitch no time. Like, keeping the band. Like, like, I don't know. That shit.
I feel like they felt like they had to do something.
Man, that shit.
Just something.
Crazy.
Throw us a bone. Do you think black people forgive too easily?
Fuck yeah.
Cause when he went up and hugged her, I thought about that fucking Dylan Roof shit. Man.
Yeah, I'm not fucking forgiving you. You fucking
all
evil
roads lead to slavery.
Slave master fucking
that's the Christianity.
Nah, fuck that. I'm not forgiving
that's
you for
the
shit.
alter Christianity they gave us during the slave time. You forgive the master, all of that type shit. All of that shit. Black people is the only people that be like, oh, I forgive you. Because they think that's going to get them into heaven. And a lot of people be saying like, oh, forgiveness is for you, not the other person. Here's my thing about that. First of all, I can say I've let that shit go and not tell you about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got to hug you to let that shit go.
The Bible also says eye for an eye. So, I mean, if you want to get into the scripture, like, forgive your brother and all that shit, but it also says eye for an eye. So nigga, I need your eye. Fuck you, man.
Bruh. Black people in South Carolina after that Dylan Roof shit on the same day was like, we forget that nigga.
Nah, what the fuck?
What?
Hell nah, that nigga
he just smoked 9 of these people in this church.
Predator. Y'all was prey. He murdered y'all niggas. Y'all was a lamb and he was a wolf and came in to prey with y'all and everything. And goddamn, boy, it's fucking.
That shit is frustrating. It's frustrating.
Like that shit is fucked up, man.
Listen, white people hate you for nothing. And they do some shit to you and you like, I forget.
And that's what I'm saying. Like we got to go through the whole goddamn.
And let me clarify what I mean by white people. Y'all know the white people that I'm talking about. If this shit don't apply to you, then we not talking about you.
At this point in the game, you ain't got to clarify shit. We ain't got to clarify nothing. You know exactly. Hit dog fucking holler. If you got them feel some type of way, you a damn white devil yourself. I ain't clarifying. We ain't clarifying shit for anybody, black, white, or other fucking wise. You already know what the fuck time it is. Like, you is a complete double standard in this fucking piece of shit country, and it is what it is. And if you can't see it, then I got some piss that I can pour on you and let you know that it's raining, and whenever you feel like it, because otherwise you a fucking lost in the sauce ass person, white, black, or other fucking wise, and that shit is annoying. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, this fucking mayor got 28 fucking years for fucking financial fucking whatever. And granted, he was wrong. White collar
crime.
He was wrong for
nobody got hurt.
And no sin.
Money ain't even real.
Yeah. That, like, ain't nobody got hurt. They fucking print money. They print money right the fuck now. You know what I mean? And that's, and the white folks them did all type of fucking fuck shit with fucking money and ain't served.
They selling you fake money. Bitcoin ain't even real.
Jail time. So kiss my ass. I don't know. That shit pissed me off.
Hey, what B said, everything you said, I don't even have nothing else to add on that because you summed that shit up perfectly. Everything you said, I'm 100% on board with that. Like, you right, man.
It's hard as fuck. 100%. My nigga, like, this shit is the hardest in the fucking world. Like, this shit, it just don't make no guy. You can have all the fucking money in the world, you still a fucking nigga. In these fucking, you know what I mean? Like, and that,
rich nigga, poor nigga, still nigga.
Still a fucking nigga. I need to listen
to that. Yeah. Yeah. Moving on to the next fuck subject in the news. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, formally started the Trump impeachment process. And Trump is out here acting a whole fool, as you knew he fucking would. This nigga has tweeted more than 250 tweets since announcing. That's been like a 40 tweets a day. And majority of the tweets is related to, the impeachment inquiry. And one of his last tweets said, wasting everybody's time and energy on this bullshit. That's your president said that. Your orange ass president said that. He also, has said several things like, he posted a map of the United States that was mostly red. And he said, I try to impeach this. If y'all try to impeach me, basically, he was inciting riots and civil unrest with his tweets. I was listening to something and they was just like, based on those tweets alone, he should be impeached because he's basically, igniting people to basically protest, cause harm against civil unrest, for his, if he's impeached. And we already know that the Trump fan base are fucking idiots. What you think? Do you think he's scared? Do you think this impeachment is actually going to gain any legs?
Let me tell you, one of my homeboys that I work with is a fucking he's a fucking campaign manager and shit. Like, he's like super into fucking politics. So let me kind of show you what he said. Talk amongst yourself. Before.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna
read this real quick. All right. Because I feel like I found it. Sorry. He says, I found this whole impeachment thing fascinating from a historical standpoint, and I want to discuss it with you people. However, I don't want to clog up people's feeds with politics and certainly don't want to piss anyone off. To that end, I started a page on which that's not it. Sorry. Okay. This is it. Sorry. Impeachment is a political solution, not a criminal one. The Democrats will have to convince 2/3 of the Senate that Trump is guilty when they don't have a simple majority. Even if they do this, the only penalty is removal from office, and which does not automatically prevent him from running again. That will require a vote of disqualification, which has never happened before. In the last two impeachments trial, it's a lot, but basically, he's saying that it's not a criminal thing.
Sum that up.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, of course it's not a criminal thing. But once Trump is out of office, he can then face criminal charges for all the other shit.
Sure.
And just because my whole thing about this I was a poli-sci major, and one of my problems with the government is that it moves slow and it does not adjust with the times. Y'all already heard my rant on gun control and the right to bear arms when we were shooting with fucking muskets and not AR-15s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes the government a long time to change. And just because something has not been done before, the laws were written so that it can be done. So if Trump is removed, then he automatically starts to face those criminal charges, but he has to be removed. Now, my problem is, I don't know if it's necessarily going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I would wish and hope and pray like hell like that it would happen. I just don't know if it's going to happen. He's been here this long and he's done literally everything you can do. And I would not be surprised if we found a body in the river off some B13 shit where the fucking B16 shit. Is it B13 or B16? Shit, my scandal knowledge is dwindling. But where he done ordered some hits and shit on people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is using absolute power here. He is using the power of a king or of a dictator. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that there's literally anything that you can look on the checklist that Trump has not done. I would hope and pray that this impeachment thing gets some legs, but I'm not really that confident in it, to be completely honest. Based on your conversation with your homeboy and like what you read and shit like that, what are your thoughts on what's going to happen with this?
I don't know. That shit ain't
shit. I don't know shit.
That shit ain't nothing finna happen. That nigga just he gonna be in there to the end of next year, and then his fucking. He's so narcissistic. I don't know if he gonna run again because he feels like he can win. He's definitely not leaving office. Like, he's not gonna be like, all right, boom, cool. Like, he's not gonna do that. Like, his narcissism gonna play too much into it to the point where he's gonna be like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna run up on these niggas again and fuck the world up another 4 years, and then be on my merry way. I'll probably be dead at that point, or close to it. So, yeah,
that's very true. With all of these tweets and shit like that, do you think he's scared or he just pissed?
He's scared, but he pissed too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think both are true. Two things can certainly be true. So he definitely scared because shit getting, you know what I mean? Like, this shit real. You know what I'm saying? So they finally starting the process. Yeah, hell yeah. You still don't want to be like, you know what I mean? Dragged through that. Excuse me, and all that shit. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, his narcissism gonna get in the way. He feel like he untouchable. So, he definitely, you know, out of the fear and the anger, like, it's definitely some fucking nervousness.
It's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at all of these stories that we talk about and these people with these egos, it's like a how dare you type thing. Even with the whole fucking George Hodel, Black Dahlia shit that I was talking about, he has a how dare you attitude. Like, I am me. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, nothing is above me. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? That type of attitude, it is gonna backfire on you eventually. I saw this post or whatever, and it was like, no president has ever been Trump tweeted, he was like, no president has ever been treated this badly, and somebody was like, well, John F. Kennedy got shot in the face.
Smoked the nigga in the opera, and he was a fucking actor.
In the opera with the candlestick, like on the game of Clue and shit, the grassy knoll type shit. No, hold on. I thought Wilkes Booth tried to shoot Lincoln. Yeah. I was like, yeah.
He killed him.
Yeah. Facts. Like, I was thinking, I was putting they two stories together. I'm like, hold on. John Wilkes Booth didn't shoot, Kennedy?
Yeah, that was,
that was old Top Hat.
Yeah, that was Lincoln. I'm trying to remember who the fuck shot Kennedy. Who they said it was. No, I can't remember.
You know, some conspiracy theories about that shit.
Yeah, well, it was the mob. Yeah, because he was running liquor. It was like some payback for his pops and some shit.
So y'all I ain't gonna even say that on here. I ain't gonna need in the same vein of the presidential election and shit like that.
Lee Harvey Oswald was the nigga they said killed JFK. I remember that.
100%. You're right. So your man Bernie is canceling events. Bernie Sanders is recovering in Las Vegas hospital, after being treated for a blocked artery and forcing him to cancel his events. And that is, causing a little bit of concern with the voters. Like, I know we feel the burn and we team Bernie, and I know we talked about this a little bit ago about, who, the front runner, but let's be real. Do we feel like Bernie has a chance?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. Nobody has a chance. Like,
you gotta kill the I don't know.
The nigga is fucking, Trump's gonna win. Like, nobody has a chance because the Democrats are pussies. They're not. I mean, Bernie has the vigor, you know what I mean, as far as like his intensity in his speech. But everybody else, like Joe Biden's a piece of shit. I don't want him to run. If anybody, Bernie has my vote. If anybody, Bernie or maybe, I don't know, is Kamala still in the shit? I haven't heard.
Yeah, Kamala's still in it.
I like the Andrew Yang dude. I don't know, man. This shit's trash. Like, it's like, I don't want to vote for Joe Biden because he's stupid.
If not Bernie, then who? Who's your second though?
I like Andrew Yang. I like, I haven't really heard Kamala, like, to be totally keep it a band. Like, I haven't heard her speak maybe but once or twice, and I was on the Breakfast Club. Like, she gets no traction. So I don't even know if she's a front runner. I do. I kind of like Beto, like, early on, but I'll be keeping it all the way real with you. I haven't really been following it too much just because I think it's inevitable that he's going to win. I'm going to vote, the opposite of fucking Trump, which will be the Democrat, but I honestly think it's all a futile effort. Y'all certainly don't have my apathetic fucking views. Feel like if you have a candidate that represents what you want, certainly do that and vote for that person. And I'm just going to vote the opposite of Trump. Cause I mean, I just want to be the antithesis of him. But at the same time, like, I don't know, if it ain't Bernie, then it's just kind of like the rest bottom out. Like nobody's leading the charge, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Outside of maybe Bernie, but that nigga old as shit too. Like, I'm tired of old white men. You know what I'm saying? I like Andrew Yang a lot. Like, Andrew Yang he was like, fuck all this other shit y'all talking about. Artificial intelligence is on the way and this shit's going to eliminate jobs. I like that. I like his stance on that. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna dig deeper, as time nears, but once the primaries come up, I guess, but I don't know, man. Shit's fucked up.
I'm keeping it a band. Like, my vote this year is strategic only. It ain't about my feelings. It ain't even about my best interest. It's about, for me, whoever I feel like can beat Trump. I feel like it don't get no worse than Trump. I don't give a fuck what you saying about the downsides to all of these other candidates. I can't vote for somebody just because they giving me the warm and fuzzies. My number one goal is to get Trump out and go with whomever is deemed the best candidate by America, whether it represents me or not, because he definitely don't represent me. So, you know what I'm saying? Even if I don't get a better candidate, at least it's a candidate with more couth. Like, I don't feel like Bernie is going to make it. I feel like, I want it to be Bernie. I just want to go on record. Like, if it could be anybody, it would be Bernie, for me. But based on, because I already said, like, Bernie ain't even really that much older than the rest of them. He like maybe 2 years older than the rest of them. All the motherfuckers in their 70s. They old as fuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, Bernie just looked the oldest and he has the most problems. So ain't nobody about to vote for a nigga that they think gonna die you know what I mean? Gonna die in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not strong enough. One of the things that the white supremacists love about Trump is that he's forthcoming. He don't give a shit and he do whatever to get the shit done. You know what I'm saying? And I can't waste votes because I feel like that's what we did last time. We wasted votes on motherfuckers, even though, Hillary, won the popular vote and shit like that. And of course that shit is rigged. So, who knows? It's probably going to be rigged this time too, but I have to vote strategically. I really honestly don't feel like Bernie got a chance no more, bro. Like, I just think from a health standpoint.
This shit is nobody. It's electoral college. As long as that shit is in place.
I just don't want to push hopelessness, man, because I feel like, especially with our people.
Effort, but at the same time,
I don't want to push hopelessness. Yeah, like I just don't want to push that because I feel like our people are the most susceptible to hopelessness and they willing to buy into hopelessness. And if you feel like ain't shit you can do, like I know so many people that feel like there ain't shit they can do about shit. And I'm just like, damn, try. Like hopelessness. I hate that. I hate when I look at people when they talk about that, even with the simplest shit, like, well, my little shit ain't gonna do shit. Like that bothers me. And that bothers me about our people. That's one of the things, like I keep telling you, that bothers me about Charlemagne and all of his mixed messages. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand you trying to be a contrarian, you trying to be, but you divide, and like people look up to you. Just say whatever your stance is. Just don't be all over the place because our people need guidance. And our people look for guidance in other places. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you got a platform to push hope, then fucking push hope. Like, that's just what we got to do in order to get our people right. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying, y'all, is don't feel hopeless. Vote for, of course, who you want to vote for. You know what I'm saying? But vote. Get out there. And again, it could be something where the shit rigged.
Local primaries coming up, the mayoral race and all that shit is on the way. You can do early voting and shit now. So that makes a lot of, that makes, I mean, to be keeping the band, it makes more sense to do that and have a vested interest because your school board, your mayoral race, your city councilman, people that actually make a change in your community. I know I'm in the process of, getting ready to vote and shit and all that. We got a black mayor. I stay in Nightdale. We got a black mayor. I just realized that. Shout out to him.
Nice.
So, nice. I'm gonna fuck with him.
Nice.
I'm fucking with him. I'm gonna continue. I need to do my digging, but I found out we had a black mayor, so nigga named Darnell.
Yeah.
Real nigga.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the Darnells and the Keishas out here doing their thing, being the mayors of these cities. And damn, it was something. Oh, Heartbeat Bill got blocked too. I knew that shit was gonna get blocked. It wasn't no way that shit was gonna go through. For y'all who don't remember, Heartbeat Bill is where they were gonna stop women in Georgia from getting abortions, making America great again. They want to protect fetuses, but not once they get here. Last but not least, in Free Smoke, is dope because the California governor signed a bill allowing college athletes to capitalize on their image, name, and likeness in the higher ages starting in 2023. We talked about this earlier. I know, not earlier in the show, but earlier in the year. We talked about how athletes should get paid and all these things. And this was something that was very close to, LeBron James. And on Monday, he said that the chance for athletes to make money off their name was a personal law for him. And he's super excited that this is happening. This is making great strides. What do you think are we kind of know what the pros are, right? So the pros are, these athletes will start to get paid because these schools make a whole lot of money. What do you think could be the downside to this, if any? You think of any downsides to this? Like, I was thinking, like, would the price of college, go up and shit like that?
No, I don't think, I can't really think of anything because I think as long as you're able to, I think it'll benefit the college because motherfuckers can stay in college longer. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to.
Instead of going straight to the NFL, the NBA and NFL or whatever.
You know what I mean? Make money off their likeness and shit. So they go to the NBA where they can go and then they may bottom out and not even be a first round pick. So motherfuckers will be willing to stay in college longer. So it'll yield better benefits for them and the NCAA and obviously the college. With ticket sales and shit and kind of bring some allure back to college basketball and college athletics. It's still, it's not dropped off by any stretch, especially with, college and football and basketball. So, which are predominantly black, but, yeah, man, shit, hell yeah. I think it's dope. And I don't really think it'll have any negative impact. I can't, I haven't given a great thought, but I don't see any downside to it. Not in a capitalistic society that we live in. Yeah.
I always just think about, first of all, I think that this is super dope. I think that this should have been happening since the fucking beginning of time. These schools been milking these fucking athletes and y'all making millions and these motherfuckers eating top ramen, and it mostly hinders the black athletes. And the black athletes are your bigger, faster, stronger that's making all your fucking money in the first place. So I definitely feel like this should have been happening. Shout out to California just as a state for being so fucking progressive with every fucking thing pretty much. they also signing that law that if fucking Trump doesn't give his tax return, then he will not be on the ballot in California. I mean, that probably don't stop motherfuckers from writing in, but I don't know the details on that. But, you know, that's dope as well. I was just thinking like, and I don't know, I was just thinking off the top of my head, like, if, you know, if they're getting paid and all these things, the cost gotta go somewhere. And most of the time the cost goes to the consumer. So it's just like, you know, is college, does the price of college go up, or is it just that these schools have less of a cut than they used to? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, the almighty dollar is a crazy thing. So, hopefully there aren't that many negative negative consequences from that, but shout out to California, man. And hopefully, this starts to be a trend. Do you think that will make more people go play in California, and then that will force other states to follow suit if they want good
the barrel gonna break for sure.
Shout out to that. That is fucking dope. I want to thank y'all for listening to the show, man. And, make sure y'all subscribe to the show, and make sure y'all check us out. Check out our website, www.ain'tshitshow.com. Y'all know that's an X with an I would be. And follow us on Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all them places where you listen to podcasts. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend, and make sure y'all write some reviews. All right, we need those reviews. And y'all know we like to end every episode with a quote, and today's quote is, "Tough times never last, but tough people do." And until next week, I want y'all to be great. The marathon continues.